Hello and welcome to my next video. I'm going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I've actually never played this before. I mean, I did play it like very briefly. I played like 10 minutes of it, like the beginning part, and that's about it. And I'm trying it with the new like camera, so if it's a little weird, do be mindful of that. I'm gonna say that it's not suitable for children, and it does mention that it does get dark, so just viewer discretion be warned, and that should be it. Let's get into the video. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I do know that kind of friend. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! Ah! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Pax. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. She is so cute. I love her bow so much. And I'm going to assume this is a school outfit, because everyone else in the intro is wearing the same outfit, so. And I'm pretty sure this is Japan, and they generally have, uniforms there. So I'm gonna guess that that's a school outfit, but I love her look. She is adorable. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sorori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Pax, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Fair. I didn't really join any clubs when I was in school. The only kind of club I joined was the D&D club, and that was during lunch, so it wasn't even like I had to stay after. But that was like the only club I actually joined. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Aw, she's a good friend. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET? I don't know what that word is. I'm gonna assume it's probably like a hermit or something, like you just don't go outside and you stay in all day. I'm not quite sure. If you know, put it down in the comments. I'm becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Yes, I trust you. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! She's so cute. I can definitely tell she's more of an optimist. Or at least she seems to be. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Yeah, she definitely is carefree. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relate to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate something inside. Everything inside of her head. Sorry, I struggle to read. Oh, new setting. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's a good choice. Hello? Sori? Sori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. That's funny. If you don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could join my club. Saori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, Mimi. Sori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 90% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. That where me and the main guy differ. I love literature. I love reading, even when I'm bad at it out loud. But I'm gonna get better. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Nasuki made cupcakes and everything. So I know that Natsu means summer. That is my limited Japanese for you. Made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Sori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Honestly, it could go really either way. But it's probably that she's trying to be like, oh, if I say that these are already gonna come. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Hallway. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. It better be a pretty good cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year's classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. She's cute. She looks like more of the shy type, which I'm guessing she probably is. So I always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Oh, she's adorable. I love the pink hair. At least from this first sentence, she seems more like she was gonna be like a not tsundere? Is that what, like, where they're like hot and cold? Where like, I like you, but I'm not gonna say I like you kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that's the word for it. Yeah. But she seems like she's like gonna be really cutesy, but she's gonna be like, no, I'm not cutesy. Probably. I don't know. Let's find out. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Pax, what a nice surprise. Oh, I love her bow. She's adorable. She looks like the classic popular girl. Probably. Or, yeah. Out of these three, I don't know how many people there are. I'm gonna assume 4 because in the intro there's only 4. But there could be more people in the, like, club that just aren't part of it. You know? But out of these 3, she seems like she would like literature, but she wouldn't seem like more like the president, because she seems a little too shy for that. I'm gonna say it's probably one of these 2 that are the president. I'm not sure. I'm probably leaning more to the brown-haired girl, just due to the fact that she seems like she gives off those like popular leader energy vibes. But it really could be anyway. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. True. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Saori. You can just ignore her when she gets all moody. Saori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Okay. So Natsuki, Saori, Yuri. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Saori and Natsuki. Aww, you say. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Okay, so that's Monica, and by expression of the other two, I'm gonna assume she's president. I already just told you, but that's right. It's great to see you again, Pax. Monica smiles sweetly. Aw, she's posing so sweetly. Do you know each other well? Do you know each other? Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. So I was right. I was like, she was giving off popular girl vibes. I love her ponytail is so long. My hair is so short compared to hers. I would love long hair like that. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so generally feels a little... You too, Monica. I'm gonna say like a little, like... What am I the word looking for? Like, surreal? Probably? Come sit down, Pax. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. Or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Ooh, I love tea. Tea and cupcakes would be like best snack. And then you have a nice book and curl up. That'd be so good. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As already mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Saori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Saori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cute little cats. Oh, that's so cute! I would almost feel bad eating them if they look like cute little cats. Like, it'd be the kind of food it's like, you're like, it's too cute to eat! The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Saori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Saori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around my hand, looking for the best angle to take a bite. True, I always am like, where's the best place to take a bite first? Especially if it has a face, then it's like, you gotta put that into consideration. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glasses in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Saori said, well, maybe. Oh, look at her. It's so cute. But not for you. You, dummy. Alright. Yeah, she definitely gives, like, tsundere, I'm pretty sure that's the word for it, vibes, where she's like, wasn't for you. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yeah. Sorry. I keep getting a text. My friend is texting me. You know who you are. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set of tea in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, does not a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. It does. It really does. A good cup of tea, a book in hand, literally perfect with cupcakes. Best thing ever. I sit right there when I read, usually. Sometimes I sit other places, but that's my reading spot, and I love sitting there and reading. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted. Yuri looks away. I don't know if insulted is the right word. I'm gonna assume it's more probably embarrassment than insulted, and it's more of an embarrassed, like, I don't want her to think that, or him to think that, because I guess I'm playing a guy in this. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Saori. Yeah, that doesn't seem like the best way to approach it. Be like, yeah, I was just dragged here. Well, I haven't joined any clublets, and Saori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and politis- pu- politi- publicity? I think that's how you say it. And how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That's a very good way to make sense. She wants to do her own thing, so she started this club. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Aww. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very impressed in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Aw, they're all so excited. They must really like this club. If I was in that situation, I'd be so happy to join that club. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Pax, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. If this was me answering, I mainly like more fantasy. I'm not a big non-fiction reader. Or horror. I don't like reading horror. I like watching horror movies, but I don't like reading horror. But I like manga and other books and such. If you've seen my other videos, then you know what I like to read. Manga? That's a good answer. Which I assumed because he wanted to join the anime club, so, manga is pretty related to, anime. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Is she a fellow manga reader? Let's find out. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Manga is still reading. It just has pictures with it. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Lily traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I do like those. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Not a big reading horror fan. Horror movies, love them. I like watching them with other people. But I'm not a big horror, reader fan. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to in a minimal level. I've read a horror book once too. It was Goosebumps. So, children horror, and it scared me. valid, I was a lot younger. Only a couple years younger, but shh. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation before rock. I'd struggled with that. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. I'm with you, Natsuki. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. I want to know what it's called. That makes me curious. Hehehe, your cupcake, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. But I feel like she doesn't like to be called cute. Also, I'm still deciding what route I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do. Well, I also don't know the options. I don't know, like, who I can pick. I'm gonna assume all four, right? Is it all four? Because there's 4 girls, so I'm gonna assume I can pick all 4. I might go. I'm not sure. Saori sidles up next behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. True, as a poem writer myself, it is impressive. Especially if they're good, and I do understand when you write a poem, it's like you're giving part of yourself. Part of yourself to the reader, and just like any book. But yeah, it is impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. True. I literally just basically said this. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deeper features of your heart. Basically what I said, but fancier. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit still for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bonds of the club. Isn't that right, Pax? Monika smiles warmly at me once. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Saori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, oh, these all look so sad! Well, she looks angry. These two look sad, and she just is, she looks kinda sad, but she looks more like she's like, oh, really? I lost my train of thought. I did. Just a little bit. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Pax? Oh, they look even sadder now! Why would they do that? I'm sorry. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. I mean, they're all adorable, of course you would be. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh, she still looks a little sad because look at her eyebrow. She's like, I can't make that facial expression. It's like a bittersweet kind of smile. Yes, I'm so happy. Saori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Honestly valid. But also valid for just coming for the cupcakes. There's a few parties that have been like, I'll go because there's snacks, you know? She kind of looks like she has a mustache now. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. She looks like she's eating her hair. Okay, everyone. I think that with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Mana looks over at me once more. Pax, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Hehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey, Pax, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. They're all so cute! So far, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for either Sayori's or Natsuki's route, just cause I'm not sure if there's like mini games or anything, but I prefer more cutesy things. So if you have to like write a poem and it's more like cutesy, that's just the more it speaks to me. So I'm probably gonna do that, but I guess we'll find out. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Though, I think I'm going to do Sayori just because I like the, getting together for your best friend trope. Like your old best friend. I just think it's a cute trope. Also, Sayori is just, I don't know, her happy attitude speaks to me. And she just seems like the most, I don't know. I think I'm going to probably go her route. I don't know, whatever you want to say. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, that was her. However, I still should be ahead of Sayori, because I'm going to go the Sayori route first, and then I'll probably put this in multiple parts and do like a different part for each route kind of thing. But let's see how it turns out. Glad to see you again, Pax. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Good. You should always keep your word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thank you for keeping your promise, Pax. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. You dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. Sorry told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Not Monica. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Pax always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Saori, that's because your room is messy. It's so messy it's distracting. And you almost set the house on fire once. Is that so? I'm a decent cook. I've never actually set my house on fire. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Pax can become great friends too. Yeah, I'll be your friend. Sorry. As usual, Saori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, your even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Saori? Me? Not really. She brought me a gift? Oh, that's so sweet of her. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Oh, look at her blush. That's so cute. Saori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Aww! I mean, this is a literature club, so it's like basically book club. But she gave me a book. That's so sweet. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I know, she's being so adorable. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Oh, she was nervous I would reject her. Yeah. You need a little more confidence, girly. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Saori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could read the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Saori's conversation with Monica. Oh, he's eavesdropping. That's okay. I want to know the thing too. But you shouldn't eavesdrop. But I'm still gonna do it. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Sometimes something that speaks to their creative minds. That's a lot of M's. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's the most important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sori is taking this really seriously. She doesn't seem like a very serious person, but everyone needs one thing they're serious about. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. I just said. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Cupcakes are always a good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. My sister makes the best cupcakes. They're always just so... That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Sayori is so cute. I'm definitely doing her route. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? Oh, she's like super close. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. True. Though, I mean, I would never join the napping club because I can't nap. It's just, I never had that, ability to nap. If the sun's out, I can't sleep at all. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hee. She is so cute. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Oh. See, when someone says that, you know it's basically they didn't get up any day that week. On time. See, that is not me. I am so much of a I get up on time kind of girl, because I hate being late to things. So if I have to wake up at so I have to be at either school or work at 8 a.m. So I wake up at 6:30 and I get out of bed at 6:30. Well, sometimes 6:45, but sometimes you need those extra 15 minutes. But I always get up when I need to. So I don't sleep in at all. So I don't understand that. Whereas my sister's more like Saori. She does get there on time, but she rolls out of bed like 10 minutes before she has to like leave the house. Whereas me, I'm like, no, I gotta get up at least half hour before I have to leave the house so I can get everything ready. Anyways, let's continue. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Saori, it's written all over you. Eh? Saori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair. It's sticking out all around here. Huh? I run my fingertips down the side of Saori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Ooh, she's touching her hair. So cute. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Try to wipe the stain off the stain with my fingers. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. And I go with a thing where I always whisper if someone has something wrong with them. Not wrong with them. Like, wrong with their outfit. Like, if they have something stuck in their teeth or a stain or something. Because I know the embarrassment of being like, you know, you go home and then you look in the mirror and you're like, how long was that there? And so on and so forth. And I hate, you know, giving people that. So I prefer to tell people privately, be like, hey, you got blah 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 on your teeth, or you have a stain, blah blah blah. Just so they know and they can go fix it as soon as possible. Because it's so much nicer to me. And I don't know if people would feel weird about that, but no one's told me to stop. Unfortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even realize your blazer's buttoned up. Seriously, Saori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better you look, you'll change your mind. Oh, this is a very close picture. She's adorable. Hehehe. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Hehehe. It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it didn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger. I understand that. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Saori's blazers buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Saori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Saori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyways. Aww. I think she has a crush on him. I'm gonna assume. Well, I guess it's me in this situation. Whatever. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Hehehe. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me in the morning. You're doing it again, Saori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Pax, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Saori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, do you remember the poem to write a poem last night? Yeah. My reaction ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Poem writing is not embarrassing at all. Now, sharing it might be, but writing it is not embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Saori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Saori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiraled notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, since I'm doing the Saori route, I'm gonna, pick Saori to go first that's a cool sound. For most things, if not everything, because I'm doing her route. So, but I am going to save just so I have it. But, sorry. I definitely feel most kind of share for first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Pax! I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Saori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. She's so cute. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Pax's poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Saori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Saori. Hehe. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Pax. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Saori. I'm not sure if Saori sees the full picture of my motivations here. Then again, I can't decide that she's part of the reason I joined. She can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poems too, right? I don't know why I glossed over that, but I just thought about this. Monica's not actually, a route you can take, because when you did the, game, you could only do either Saori, Natsuki, or Yuri. So you can't do Monica, which is interesting. I guess they just didn't want to make a route for her. Eh. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. If you guys want to read it, you guys feel free. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. True. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I always skip breakfast. I don't eat before, like, 11. Or even noon. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. Hehehe. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I guess I'll do Natsuki next, because she was the one I was getting the next points on. Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. What is that supposed to mean? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Oh, she's so cute when she's angry. I'll pass. Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. No, cute writing is just the same, and cute writing has its purposes. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. True. Yes, exactly. I like it. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more right on the wordplay. Look. Like, I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest of us, not youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Okay, I guess I'll do Yuri next, because she's actually part of the route. I feel like she's probably not going to like it, because I was a lot more cutesy and not, like, thinking about it. I only used one of her words, so she's probably going to be like, it's very shallow, or something like that. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Oh, she forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through. Ah, so it's that bad? You don't want to be like, this is your first time doing this, right? Because then it makes you sound bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Oh, right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I can recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not even finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing for herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oof. Yeah, if you want to read this, just pause it. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read. It took me well, I didn't read it, but I clicked off it in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah, that didn't take me long to read. Also, my sister writes in cursive, so I know how to read cursive. Well, I just don't read script very often. I'm gonna assume script is cursive. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. Very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write a poem a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Pax. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over, after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. Poets, not poems. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Monica's the last one. Hi, Pax. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poems with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha, don't worry, Pax. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Shiori would like. Is that so? You and Shiori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you two had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Shiori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading too much into it? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring her emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, you can be happy and sad, but she's more of a simple emotions kind of girl, versus Yuri's more like deep emotions, you know? At least I think. Well, to each their own. You shouldn't be too afraid to experience a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Yeah. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. And the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way someone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. 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 Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? True, just because someone sounds confident doesn't mean that they are confident. They could look it on the outside, but be super nervous on the outside. I mean, they could look it on the outside, but super nervous on the inside. Yeah. I see. Well, let's read it then. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, it's kind of the style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. For me, I like writing poems, but I don't really like reading poems, just due to the fact that I don't know where the emphasis should be, because the writer knows. So I like listening to poems, like someone perform a poem, and then, snapping for them. But when I read it, it doesn't hit the same, because I don't know where they want that big pause, or what beat they want it to, and the rhythm, and blah blah blah. So I don't particularly read them, but I like listening or writing poem to myself. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's not coming on strongly. Maybe everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Any way to think about it is this. Another way to think about it. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thank you for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's brow furrows in frustration. Meow, Yuri smiles sadly. I'm gonna guess these two maybe have a fight because their styles are just so different. Because Yuri has more of that like deep thing, whereas Sora is cute, but like the punch is just like bam right there. But Yuri's is like you gotta find the punch, you know, you gotta like look for it. You know, maybe open a box and then get punched or whatever, you know? But I feel like they're probably gonna get into an argument or something. I don't know. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sori liked it, and Pax did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some advice of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing, there we go, my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ugh. And Pax liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Pax appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Pax started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned to me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Pax, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get her over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Pax. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Pax? So, for me, I'm more of a, simple, don't let them figure it out. But there is times when you should let them find it. They're both right in their own way. It really just depends on the subject matter and the circumstance. Because sometimes you just need a punch and be like, this is the meaning. Other times, other people can interpret different ways and you want them to interpret different ways. So it really depends on the meaning. But I'm more leaning to Natsuki just because I more prefer just not being told, but basically being told without it being obvious. Her poem, from what a little I just glanced over it. It was all rhyming about giving up, and then the last one was yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's gonna be, Saori, because I was I'm on both their sides. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Saori! Huh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Saori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Pax? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to others to interject their own feelings onto our conflict. Yeah, unless Saori wants to tell Yuri that what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? But because, well, also, Natsuki is cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Saori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits back down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Saori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's okay. I couldn't pick you anyways. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't it? Isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. True, I would be so sad if she get hurt. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what to say. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. This is just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. I want to save here. Pax, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out better than even better. Woo! I mean, we didn't even read our own poem, so probably because of how many words there are, they would have to make so many. So it'd be like just let them imagination. I think to myself, I did learn a lot more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nudged myself with newfound determination. Pax, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee hee hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what about what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I would never hate them. They are adorable. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Pax, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in this club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. Hehehe. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So I just did the poem thing, and I did go back a couple times because I wanted to make sure I got mainly just Sayori's, and I finished up just basically, I mean, I had like 15 of Sayori's and 5 of the other 2 girls. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the unusual scene greets me. Hi, Pax. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Ehehe. I'm just not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. Yeah, but it's always simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you are not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to convincingly forget that you spent all your money so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Which is not always the case. But in this case, yes. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Pax to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved with like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is a fair enough reputation. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revelations. Retributions? Reputation. Excuse me. That word. I don't know how to say it. That. Exactly, sorry. Still coming from you, sorry. Guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Ehehe. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whap! Just happened! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I replayed my retribution. I can't. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ha ha ha. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oof. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. She's so cute. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. Aww. Cute, they're friends. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. And Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She probably is more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes sense, though. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I would also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Pax. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. Sorry, my shoulder is really tight. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's misbehaving escapade. I really can't read, and I apologize for that. I mean, if you made it this far, then you already know. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like someone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Pax! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Pax to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay! Ready, Pax? Yep, let's go. I'm gonna save here. Sayori and I exit the classroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Pax, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet. The last remaining flowers beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from the clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sorry, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallways again. Hey Pax, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission? Eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. I'm going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight for the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Oh, did she get hurt? Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right onto the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. I've done that before. It hurts. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Yeah, we need to check the wound. Make sure you're not hurt. Aw, she's so cute. It's the crayons. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! It moved. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should put some ice packs. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Oh, she's so cute! Even wincing from pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter, since it will be used in ice packs rather than a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchase that one. I like apple juice too. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Saori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other to clumsily scoop crayons back in the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Saori, here. I hand Saori the box of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Saori opens up the cap and starts drinking from it. Saori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah! Sorry, I forgot. Oh, it came. How hard did you hit your head? Saori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Oh. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Pax. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I would usually fall behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things, I couldn't. I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. Aww, they were really good friends. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out, even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah. You don't remember? Come on. Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Pax, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like this. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Pax, I'm so glad nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest with myself, then there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing. So my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Saori has a whimsical expression on her face. Still, we remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Saori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ugh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyways, let's go. I follow Saori out of the room. Saori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we will be back in the classroom. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about to get ready with... Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Saori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead onto the shelf. Well, anyways. Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh. I have it right? Eh? Sayori frankly glances around herself. I forgot all of the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Pax. Well, Sayori. I felt to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. We'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Okay, I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Alright, well, we're gonna do Sayori first. Pax, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday, and this one's too. I can't tell if you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way. So, No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems with my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure, even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. I'm assuming they're referring to when she set fire to, everything. Well, when they mentioned that she set stuff on fire to do cooking. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. Sigh. I always forget to do that. You never understand when I try to explain things to you. Do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Pax, will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you're completely misunderstood. I didn't write it for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. Aha! I broke my pencil. Sorry hastily bends down to pick up the pieces dropped. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyways, I haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. If you want to read this, you can pause. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did.
Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing till I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sawyer's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing her passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Yeah, be optimistic. Let's go. Optimism. Okay, we're gonna do Natsuki next. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait a minute. Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Ahaha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sawyer's poem yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sawyer has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with simple analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an arrogant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes that you're afraid of people to find out, would make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what everyone else likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, So look forward to it. And I guess we'll do Yuri next. Are you still mad at me? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meanwhile, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as weird, awkward, and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out, and people hate me. So, please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair for you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki or Saori. Yuri, please, it makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. Aww, she's so lonely. Don't worry, I'll play your lute soon. And then you won't be so lonely because you'll have me. I'm frustrated. She seems like she'd be a very gentle girlfriend. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sighed to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Monica's the last one, so. Hi again, Pax. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon I'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here we go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Saori, like the other one you wrote. You two are a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you just spend a lot of time with her even as this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a lot of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's not like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah? I'll take it. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. So I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. You can pause it anytime. Just load me? Interesting. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression or a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for the day. Thank you for listening. Okay, I guess I'll save. It told me to. Interesting. It's like she broke the fourth wall there. Weird. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come sit in at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Zuri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up to recite poems too. So I put all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Ehehe. Sorry, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those poster ups, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Hey, they're both on the same page about something. Guys. No, sorry. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. I love Shiori so much. That's right. And those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Saori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Shiori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if we can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. We'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She stands up behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflections is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. She seems like she would be good at reciting her poems. Is this something she's done before, or is it simply a natural? Natural? Simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sari looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. There's a lot of R words that I don't know. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. So Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering voice transforms to sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns as it structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this solution. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins in after. We give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Technically, when someone does a poem, you're supposed to snap, not clap. But, it's fine, it's good. It's not that we don't want to applaud her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Yuri? It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Yuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Soraya is. It's serene and bittersweet. It's as if if I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Soraya's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Exactly as I was talking about earlier. How when I like hearing people perform it, but I don't like reading it myself, because hearing it performed is just so much better, and it, especially if it's by the author themselves. Maybe this is what Soraya meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Soraya finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Soraya. Hee, even Pax liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Soraya. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. I'm just embarrassed to do it in front of everyone. Hee. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. You don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Oof. Don't make me go before Pax. It's not like I can compare it to you guys anyways. Might as well let Pax lower everyone's standards a little before I have a go. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. It's something you'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, Why Are You All Looking at Me Like That? Because you're presenting? Yeah, if you're presenting, people are gonna look at you. Anyways, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still enthused, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style. It works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be easier. I can put on whatever face I want to for others. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, it's just, how is it so? Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I hope I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. It's already pleasantly surprised that you're putting it all this effort in the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, so let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. I've been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day! I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. I'm impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Ehehehe. Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Pax. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already.
I walk home with some Sayori. Sorry, it's a different day, and I forgot to speak. Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Oh, she looks sad. Oh, she was just spacing out. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I'd still walk home with you, Sayori, or walk home with Yuri. I'll do if. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But, she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You are so silly, Pax. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. By the way, I got 15 out of 20 on Sayori's. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining just about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival, but a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do you usually have fried squid? Squid? I love squid.
If it comes from the sea, I probably like it. Or just water in general. There's not much seafood that I don't like. Or at least that I haven't found that I dislike. For the most part. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Didn't I say I don't like it? Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Saori's anyways. I'm gonna guess Mon is squid. I don't know. I can look that one up. Excuse me. Where is Saori? Anyway. Oh, there you are. Saori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Saori. I whip my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Saori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Saori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Saori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Pax, what's up? I wonder what's going on with Saori. I'm worried. She's like my favorite. Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Saori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Saori, who is idly dragging her rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Pax. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she never really Why am I so bad at reading? Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that's bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also her friend. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Pax. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Saori talks about you more than anyone else, you know. I'm so flattered. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club.
It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Saori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Pax. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's what she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it too much now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. Why is she so sad? She can talk to me. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Saori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Saori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Saori told me not to worry about her, and to have fun with everyone else, but it's oh, what did I do? Oh, I misclicked, that threw me off. But it's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Struggled. Before I know it, everyone is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles with me. I wonder what she was talking about with Saori. Okay, let me save. Saori, obviously. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Pax. Thanks. Well, I did get 15 on her, so. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Pax? I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Saori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. But this is how the poem came out. Something it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Aww. So times it's easier to write when thinking about you. Saori. No. Pax. Oh, she's crying. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Saori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Saori! I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Saori, you probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Saori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Pax. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm really sorry. If you're having a hard time, I'll help you. Just smile from everyone, okay?
That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm going home a little bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, so Saori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, I guess I'll do Natsuki. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's not really my style. I mean, it's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course. I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away anyway? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Yeah. Natsuki elbows connects with my stomach. Ugh. Oh, maybe you won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. She elbowed me. How the heck do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, she's probably the next one I'm gonna go after because I don't know. She is. When I misclick when I was trying to do Saori, I would usually click hers instead. Cause I like cutesy things. Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I just realized we didn't read Saori's poem. Cause she read mine and then just left. If you want to read that, read it. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Sand. There, that's your negative. I'm more of a mountain person myself over the beach, personally. So you decide to write about the beach first and then come up with a message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. But at the very least, it was good practice. Okay, so Yuri wrote a bit about the beach too. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess she changes her mind. She'll come to me. I should leave her be for now. Okay. So are we just not reading two people's poems? Hi Pax! Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? Well, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Saori poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. I mean, we are like neighbors, so it makes sense. And like best friends since like kindergarten or whatever it said. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, and I haven't seen as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, I've been spending a lot of time together. We've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sori's been a bit off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, Pax, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happens to her, so keep an eye out on her. Sori's been acting so much happier ever since she joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. If you want to read it, you can just pause it. Because I don't want to read it. I like how she does her cues. Okay. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too physiological or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. She's using big words today. Apparently, I learned that I can't read big words. They're big words. I'm more of a small words person myself. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems that everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you sure? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. Well, you're a two-dimensional creature. I think you know that better than anyone. I mean, one-dimensional? You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. If you're ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not that good, it can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's also like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You diverted from your usual catchphrase when dressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing to something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Shiori isn't here. It seems you're right. Shiori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Saori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming for Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyways, she won't tell me what she said. Anyways, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Saori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, can you, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, can I even tell now? I guess I gave Saori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Pax. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting it's been the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Pax may not like to be around if you only make him to be a nuisance. So therefore, you may be suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds like you're making an excuse for Pax too. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Pax to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with us yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though, jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Pax, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm gonna go with... I mean, if it's going to be anyone, I'd prefer helping Saori. I mean, we're already neighbors but Monica said... Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. I mean, if I pick one of those two, I feel like Sayori's gonna be like, see, you like them and not me. So I guess I'll go with Monica. But I feel like they're probably just gonna be like, she doesn't need help anyways, so... But, let's find out. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me! Hold on one second. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Pax was the one who... That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, We wouldn't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our events to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Pax to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Okay, this is what I'm going to save because my dinner is ready. And I guess I'll come back and do this later. Bye!
Hello and welcome to the end of the video. As you can tell, I did not finish Doki Doki Literature Club. I ended there because life was crazy. If you've been following my channel, I didn't post last week because I was editing this video. I mean, it's like 3 hours long already. So I'm going to end it there, and it's going to be either 2 or 3 parts. From the other videos I've seen, it's usually around 6 to 7 hours of playtime. And I do want to do the full game, but it's going to take me several parts in several weeks. So I do apologize for that. But thank you so much for watching my video. I had so much fun reading it. I'm so excited to find out the dark part in it, because from what I've read so far, it hasn't really been dark. And it's supposed to get dark. So I'm excited to do that. I'm also going to do the different routes, like Natsuki's and Yuri's route, so you can see all of them. Right now I'm doing Sayori's, which I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I'm really happy you're doing this journey with me, and I love you all. See you next video.